A daring act by a mysterious woman who breached the tight security barrier at Incheon Airport and unexpectedly planted a kiss on BTS Jimin's cheek suddenly sparked mass hysteria, brought tears of jealousy from thousands of armies, and gave birth to one of the most explosive headlines to captivate the world. Welcome to Jimin Gallery, the home for Park Jimin fans who want to discover all the latest news, interesting facts, and stories behind the world's spotlight on Jimin. The atmosphere at the departure terminal of Incheon International Airport in Seoul suddenly transformed into a sea of people on a cold morning charged with an intense and electrifying atmosphere. Thousands of devoted fans, affectionately known as ARMY, poured into every corner of the public area, right up to the heavily secured boundaries prepared by airport authorities. Their presence was driven by one powerful reason: to witness the departure of one of the most influential global icons of the century, BTS's Jimin, who is scheduled to fly to Arlington, Texas, United States. This transatlantic journey was part of the megastar's packed schedule as he prepared for the next stop of the massive stadium concert tour known as the Arirang tour at the legendary AT&T Stadium. Several hours before the scheduled departure of his flight, fans had already crowded the parking areas and terminal drop-off zones, carrying an array of impressive fan displays, from banners filled with messages of support and oversized posters of Jimin to official army bomb light sticks shimmering throughout the crowd. The air around the airport echoed with the repeated chants of Jimin's name, creating an extraordinary wave of emotional energy. Security measures were visibly intense, with dozens of airport security personnel and rows of physically imposing private bodyguards forming multiple layers of protection around the designated route the idol would take toward the VIP departure entrance. Exactly when a sleek black luxury vehicle came to a smooth stop in front of the terminal's main lobby, the entire crowd erupted into deafening cheers that shattered the quiet morning. The vehicle door slowly opened, and at that very moment, it seemed as though time itself had stopped for the thousands of armies gathered there. Jimin stepped out of the car radiating an aura of captivating charisma, elegance, and mystery, immediately drawing the attention of every national and international media camera that had been waiting since dawn. This particular flight also attracted enormous attention from the global fashion community, because Jimin appeared breathtaking from head to toe in a luxurious haute couture ensemble from the French fashion house Dior. As one of Dior's most influential global brand ambassadors, the like-crazy singer wore a dark gray tailored fit suit with an impeccable cut that precisely accentuated his athletic physique. The high-quality wool fabric showcased exceptionally refined tailoring details, creating a masculine appearance perfectly blended with a touch of modern and elegant aesthetics. The look did not stop with the main suit. Jimin completed his outfit with a high-collared white silk shirt underneath, creating a striking and sophisticated visual contrast. Glossy black leather loafers adorned with the iconic Dior logo accompany his confident steps, while a Dior oblique-patterned leather tote bag hung casually, yet elegantly from one arm. His appearance was further enhanced by classic framed sunglasses that partially concealed his face, adding an air of mystery while making him even more captivating in the eyes of the adoring public. However, the real drama at the airport had only just begun when Jimin started walking through the long corridor toward immigration and the boarding area. The enormous crowd surrounding the departure route made the situation increasingly loud, crowded, and nearly uncontrollable. Fans pushed forward in an attempt to get closer and capture every precious second on their smartphones, creating a human sea surrounding every step of the star. Amid the packed environment, emotional shoving, and hysterical reactions from ARMY, an unexpected incident that had never been part of the security plan suddenly unfolded before everyone's eyes. Among the tightly packed fans standing along the left side of the corridor barrier, a remarkably beautiful woman wearing casual autumn-inspired clothing could be seen standing at the very front of the crowd. The long-haired woman held an exclusive photo album in her right hand, while her eyes remained fixed with hopeful anticipation on Jimin as he walked alongside his head of security. When only a few steps separated her from Jimin, a small gap suddenly opened in the line of security personnel due to a spontaneous push from the crowd behind her. Seizing the golden opportunity that lasted only a matter of seconds, the beautiful woman quickly stepped beyond the security boundary without displaying any aggressive movement. The private security guards immediately reacted, extending their arms to block her path. However, before their hands could reach her, Jimin subtly signaled for his security team to lower their arms. The atmosphere in the airport corridor suddenly fell into a collective gasp, while hundreds of eyes widened in shock as everyone witnessed the dramatic moment unfold in stunned silence. Rather than appearing disturbed or displaying an irritated expression, Jimin paused his brisk walk, turned toward the woman, and offered one of the sweetest smiles witnessed by the airport crowd that day. The beautiful woman, her face visibly flushed with a mixture of nervousness and emotion, politely asked Jimin for permission to take a photo together and to deliver warm greetings on behalf of fans from her country. Without the slightest hesitation, Jimin warmly nodded, displaying remarkable professionalism and humility despite the exhaustion of his demanding travel schedule. That incredibly close and heartwarming interaction was immediately met with hysterical screams from the army surrounding them, many of whom were recording the incident with trembling hands. Before the phone cameras could even properly capture their photo pose, an even more shocking incident that left the entire terminal stunned unfolded right before their eyes. Overwhelmed by an uncontrollable surge of happiness, the beautiful woman suddenly leaned forward and planted a quick kiss directly on Jimin's left cheek. The extraordinarily bold, spontaneous gesture instantly made time seem to stop for everyone inside the vast departure terminal. Jimin's private security guards were visibly startled and prepared to take further security measures, while thousands of armies who witnessed the romantic K-drama-like moment screamed hysterically at the top of their lungs. Amid the flashing camera lights and extraordinary commotion, the global megastar's reaction to the unexpected gesture became the main focus of attention and the subject of intense discussion. Instead of displaying anger, disgust, or panic, as many celebrities might be expected to do in such an unexpected situation, Jimin simply broke into a wide smile, his eyes narrowing into beautiful crescent shapes. He showed no obvious gesture of rejection or avoidance. Instead, he remained calm, returned the woman's gaze with a gentle expression, and softly said a few words of thanks in English. Jimin's remarkably warm, patient, and affectionate demeanor toward the fortunate woman captivated everyone who witnessed the moment in person or through their phone screens. However, the incredibly sweet scene in front of the departure gate triggered an entirely different wave of emotions among the thousands of other armies who could only watch from a distance. The airport corridor was suddenly filled with hysterical sobs from female fans who were overwhelmingly jealous of the extraordinary luck experienced by the beautiful woman. Many covered their faces with both hands and burst into tears, feeling simultaneously heartbroken and deeply envious after seeing their idol touched and kissed at such close range by someone else. Tears of emotion and disappointment became intertwined throughout the sea of people filling the airport, creating a massive emotional spectacle unlike anything previously witnessed during a BTS member's departure. Some fans could be seen embracing one another while sobbing uncontrollably, lamenting why they had not been the ones standing in the beautiful woman's position during what they considered the most historic seconds of the day. The hysterical cries mixed with chants of Jimin's name echoed throughout the terminal, even attracting the attention of foreign airline staff who were also captivated by the rare scene. Amid the chaos of emotional tears and the overwhelming cheers of the packed crowd, Jimin gave one final wave toward every corner of the terminal, expressing what appeared to be deep love and gratitude toward his fans. He then turned around confidently and walked through the final security checkpoint accompanied by his management staff, leaving the striking silhouette of his magnificent Dior suit behind the glass boarding doors. Meanwhile, the fortunate woman who had received the kiss from the idol remained frozen in place, surrounded by members of the media and curious fans, with tears of happiness streaming down her cheeks. News of the alleged kissing incident at Incheon Airport quickly spread across global social media platforms within seconds, reportedly becoming a major trending topic as countless posts and reactions flooded the internet. Netizens and armies from across Asia, Europe, and the United States expressed intense jealousy in the comments beneath amateur videos capturing the moment. Hashtags celebrating the woman's extraordinary luck rapidly dominated online discussions, while debates surrounding Jimin's exceptionally warm response to the fan continued to generate widespread conversation. Now, the private aircraft carrying the global fashion icon has risen high above the clouds, crossing the blue sky toward the American continent as he prepares to take the massive Arirang tour stage in Arlington, Texas. Armies at AT&T Stadium are eagerly preparing to welcome their idol with even greater excitement, carrying with them the dramatic memory of the incident at Incheon Airport, a moment that, at least in this narrative, will remain unforgettable in the story of Jimin's remarkable career. The airport drama that morning not only highlighted the enormous appeal of Park Jimin as a global superstar, but also portrayed the warm, sincere, and compassionate side of his personality, qualities that continue to captivate the hearts of millions of fans around the world. As the aircraft carrying Jimin landed smoothly on the runway in Texas, waves of speculation and heated debate immediately flooded social media over the sweet incident at Incheon Airport. Morning entertainment news programs on television networks around the world even dedicated special segments to discussing the ethical boundaries between an idol and a fan, questioning whether Jimin's warm and friendly attitude represented a new standard in the modern K-pop industry. Amid the enormous global discussion involving millions of comments from people across the world, one major question now hangs in the air for the entire ARMY community that witnessed the incident. If you had been in the position of that fortunate woman, surrounded by millions of watchful eyes and strict security barriers, would you have had the same courage to approach the star and do something similar? Furthermore, considering how sincerely Jimin